Solved problems. Journal, ledger, adjustments, worksheet, pre and post adjusted trial balance, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, closing and reversing entries. Problem. Comprehensive problem. Edgar Ditoya, tax consultant, began his practice on December 1, 2018. The transactions of the firm are as follows. December 1. Diotta invested 150,000 in the firm. 2. Paid rent for December to Recoletos Realty 8,000. 2. Purchased supplies on account 7,200. 3. Acquired 75,000 of office equipment, paying 37,000 down with the balance due in 30 days. 8. Paid 7,200 on account for supplies purchased. 14. Paid assistant salaries for the week 6,000. 20. Performed consulting services for cash 20,000. 28. Paid assistant salaries for 2 weeks 6,000. 30. Billed clients for December consulting services 48,000. 31. Diotta withdrew 12,000 from the business. Required. 1. Open the following general ledger accounts using the account numbers shown. Cash 110, accounts receivable 120, fee receivable 130, supplies 140, office equipment 150, accumulated depreciation 155, accounts payable 210, salaries payable 220, Diotta capital 310, Diotta withdrawals 320, income summary 330, consulting revenues 410, salaries expense 510, supplies expense 520, rent expense 530, and depreciation expense 540. 2. Generalize the December transactions and post to the ledger. 3. Prepare and complete the worksheet using the following information. A. Supplies on hand at December 31 amounted to 4,700. B. Salaries of 1,800 have accrued at month end. C. Depreciation is 800 for December. D. Diotta has spent 20 hours on a tax fraud case during December. When completed in January, his work will be billed at 500 per hour. Note: the firm uses the account fees receivable to reflect the amounts earned but not yet billed. 4. Prepare an income statement, a statement of changes in equity, a balance sheet, and a statement of cash flow. 5. Generalize and post adjusting and closing entries. 6. Prepare a post-closing trial balance. 7. Generalize and post the reversing entries. Solution. Let us open the ledger accounts. 110 cash account, 150 office equipment, 310 Diotta's capital, 510 salaries expense, 120 accounts receivable, 155 accumulated depreciation, 320 override drawings, 620 supplies, 130 fees receivable, 210 accounts payable, 330 income summary, 530 rent expense, 140 supplies, 220 salaries payable, 410 consulting revenues, 540 depreciation. In the books of Edgar Diotta, tax consultant, for the month of December 2018, general ledger, date, account number, account title and explanation, ledger folio, debit, credit, December 1, 110, cash debit, 150,000, 310, override capital credit, 150,000, to record initial investment by Diotta, 2nd December 2018, 530, rent expenses, debit 8,000, 110 cash, 8,000 credit, to record payment of rent for the month, 2nd December 2018, 140, supplies, 7,200 debit, 210 accounts payable, 7,200 credit, to record purchases supplies on account, 3rd December 2018, 150 office equipment, 75,000 debit, 110 cash credit, 37,000, 210 accounts payable credit, 38,000, to record purchases of office equipment for cash and the balance on account. 8th December 2018, 210 accounts payable debit, 7,200. 110 cash, credit 7,200 to record payment of supplies on account dated December 2. 14 December 2018, 510 salaries expense 6,000 debit, 110 cash, credit 6,000 to record payment of salaries to assistants. 20th December 2018, 110 cash 20,000 debit, 410 consulting revenues 20,000 credit to record consulting services performed. 20th December 2018, 510 salaries expense debit 6,000, 110 cash 6,000 to record payment of salaries to assistants. 30th December 120 accounts receivable 48,000, 410 consulting revenues 48,000 to record billed consulting services performed. 31st December 2018, 320 OITA withdrawals 12,000, 110 cash credit 12,000 to record withdrawal of the owner. General ledger 110 cash account on the debit side 1st December 2018, 310 February capital 150,000. 20th December 2018, 410 consulting revenues 20,000 debit, total debits 170,000. On the credit side 2nd December 530 rent expenses paid 8,000. 3rd December 150 office equipment bought 37,000. 8th December accounts payable 7,200. 14th December salaries expense 6,000. 28th December salaries expense 6,000. 30th December OITA's withdrawals 12,000. Total payments 93,000, 8,000. Total payments, total receipts minus total payments, there is a balance of 93,800 carried forward for the next period. Cash balance 93,800 debit. 120 accounts receivables on the debit side. 30th December 2018, 410 consultancy revenues, balance carried down 48,000 debit. 140 supplies debit side. 3rd December 210 accounts payable 7,200 debit, balance carried forward 7,200 debit. 150 office equipment on the debit side. 3rd December cash 37,000. 3rd December 210 accounts payable total 75,000, balance carried down 75,000 debit. 210 accounts payable on the credit side. 8th December cash 7,200. 3rd December 2018 office equipment 38,000. On the debit side 140 supplies 7,200, balance carried down 38,000 credit. 310 OITA's capital on the credit side. 1st December 2018, 110 cash credit 150,000, balance carried down 150,000 credit. 320 override drawings on the debit side. 31st December 2018, 110 cash debit 12,000, balance carried down 12,000 debit. 410 consultancy revenues on the credit side. 20th December 110 cash 20,000. 30th December accounts receivable 48,000, total 68,000, balance carried down 68,000 credit. Salaries expense on the debit side. 14th December 2018 cash debit 6,000. 28th December 2018 110 cash 6,000, total balance carried down 12,000. Salaries expense debit. Rent expense on the debit side. 2nd December 2018 110 cash 8,000 debit, balance carried down 8,000 debit. Let us prepare the worksheet. First, let us put the amounts as per pre-adjusted trial balance. Account number, account title, pre-adjusted trial balance, debit, credit, 110 cash, 93,800 debit, 120 accounts receivable, 48,000 debit, 140 supplies, 7,200 debit, 150 office equipment, 75,000 debit, 210 accounts payable, 38,000 credit, and 310 OITA's capital, 150,000 credit, 320 OITA withdrawals, 12,000 debit, 410 consultancy revenues, 68,000 credit, 510 salary expenses, 12,000 debit, 530 rent expense, 8,000 debit, total debits 256,000, total credits 256,000. Let us place the adjustments in the worksheet. Adjustment number 1, supplies credit 2500, 520, supplies expense debit 2500. Adjustment number 2, salaries payable credit 1800, salaries expense 1800 debit. Adjustment number 3, depreciation debit 8000, accumulated depreciation credit 8000. Adjustment number 4, fees receivable 10,000, consultancy revenues credit 10,000. Now let us prepare the post adjustment trial balance. 110 cash debit 93,800, 120 accounts receivable 48,000 debit, 130 fees receivable 10,000 debit, supplies 4,700 debit, office equipment 75,000 debit, 155 accumulated depreciation 800 credit, 210 accounts payable 38,000 credit, 220 salaries payable 1,800 credit, 310 Voitas capital 150,000 credit, Voitas withdrawal 12,000 debit, 410 consulting revenues 78,000 credit, 510 salary expense 13,800 debit, 520 supplies expense 12,500 debit, 530 rent expense 8,000 debit, 540 depreciation expense debit 800. Total debits 268,600. Total credits 268,600. Let us prepare the income statement and balance sheet in the worksheet. Income statement debit credit 410 consulting revenues 78,000 credit, 510 salaries expense 13,800 debit, 520 supplies expense 2,500 debit, 530 rent expense 8,000 debit, depreciation expense debit 800. Total debits 25,100. Total credits 78,000. There is a profit of 52,900 as per income statement. Balance sheet debit credit, cash debit 93,800, accounts receivable debit 48,000, fees receivable debit 10,000, supplies debit 4,700, office equipment debit 75,000, accumulated depreciation credit 800, accounts payable credit 38,000, salaries payable credit 1,800, Voitas capital credit 150,000, Voitas withdrawals debit 12,000, total debits 243,500, total credits 196,600. There is a profit of 52,900. Including profit, the credits are 250,500. Total debits are 243,500. Closing entries debit credit, Voitas capital debit 12,000, credit 52,900, Voitas withdrawals credit 12,000. Net income summary debit 78,000, credit 78,000, and consulting revenues 78,000 debit, salary expense credit 13,800, rent expense credit 8,000, depreciation expense credit 8,000, total debits 168,000, total credits 168,000. Let us prepare post-closing trial balance. Cash debit 93,800, accounts receivable 48,000, fees receivable 10,000, supplies debit 4,700, office equipment 75,000, accumulated depreciation 800, accounts payable 38,000, salaries payable 1,800, Voitas capital 190,900, total debits 231,500, total credits 231,500. Let us prepare the income statement. On the debit side, 510 salaries expense 13,800, 520 supplies expense 2,500, 530 rent expense 8,000, 540 depreciation expense 800. Net profit to Voitas capital 52,900. Total debits including net profit 78,000. On the credit side, 410 consultancy revenue 78,000 credit. Total debits 78,000. Total credits 78,000. Balance sheet. On the asset side, cash 93,800, accounts receivable 48,000, fees receivable 10,000, supplies 4,700, office equipment 75,000, less depreciation, accumulated depreciation 800, 74,200, total assets 230,700. On the liability side, accounts payable 38,000, salaries payable 1,800, Voita's capital 150,000, less Voita withdrawal 12,000, add income summary 50,900, total capital 190,900, total credits, total liabilities under capital 230,700, total assets 230,700. Changes in equity. Voita capital on 1st December 2018 115,000, less Voita's withdrawals 12,000, add income summary 52,900, Voita's capital on 31st December 2018 190,900. Cash flow statement. Revenues. Voita capital 150,000, consulting revenues 20,000, total cash received 170,000, utilized for rent expense 8,000, office equipment 37,000, accounts payable 7,200, salary expense 6,000, salary expense again 6,000, Voita withdrawals 12,000, total cash outflow 76,200, cash balance 93,800. General ledger. Adjustment entries. 31st December 2018, supplies expense debit 2,500, supplies credit 2,500 to record expired portion of supplies. Salaries expense debit 1,800, salaries payable credit 1,800 to record accrued salaries for the month. Depreciation expense debit 800, accumulated depreciation credit 800 to record depreciation for the month of December. Fees receivable debit, consulting revenues credit 10,000 to record billed consulting revenues for the month of December. Let us post the adjustment entries into ledger. 130 fees receivable December 31, consulting services debit 10,000, balance carry forward 10,000 debit. 140 supplies account 3rd December 2018, balance brought down 7,200. 30th December 2018, supplies expenses 2,500, balance 4,700 debit carried forward. 155 accumulated depreciation on the credit side, depreciation account 800 credit carried forward. 220 salaries payable on the credit side, 31st December 2018, salaries payable, salaries 1,800 credit, balance carried forward 1,800. 410 consultancy revenue, 31st December 2018, balance brought down 68,000. 31st December 2018, fee receivable 12,000. Total consulting revenues 78,000. Credit, balance carried forward 510. Salaries expense, balance brought down debit 12,000. Add salaries payable 1,800. Total salaries expense 13,800. Debit carried forward 520. Supplies on the debit side, 31st December 2018, supplies 2,500. Debit balance carried forward. Depreciation expense on the debit side, accumulated depreciation 800. Debit balance carried forward. Closing entries. 31st December 2018, consultancy revenues debit 78,000. Income summary credit 78,000. Income summary debit 25,100. Salary expense credit 13,800. Supplies expense credit 2,500. Rent expense credit 8,000. Depreciation expense credit 800. Voita's capital debit 12,000. Voita's drawings credit 12,000 to close drawings account. Income summary debit 52,900. Voita's capital credit 52,900 to close income summary of capital account. Let us post the closing entries in the ledger. Voita's capital on the credit side, 1st December 2018, balance brought down 150,000. On the debit side, 30th December 2018, drawings debit 12,000. Income on the credit side, 30th December 2018, income summary 52,900. Balance 190,000 carried down, and the balance brought down 190,000 carry forward for Voita's capital. 320 Voita's drawings On the debit side, balance brought down 12,000. On the credit side, Oetos capital 12,000. 330 income summary. On the debit side, 30th December 2018, salaries expense 13,800, supplies expense 2,500, rent expense 8,000, depreciation expense 800, Oetos capital 52,900, total debits 78,000. On the credit side, consulting revenues 78,000. 410 consulting revenues, credit, balance brought down 78,000. On the debit side, income summary 78,000. The account is closed. 510 salaries expense, debit side, balance brought down 13,800. Credit side, income summary 13,800. The account is closed. 520 supplies expense, balance brought down 25,000. Debit. On the credit side, income summary 2,500. The account is closed. 520 supplies expense. On the debit side, balance brought down 2,500. On the credit side, 31st December 2018, income summary 2,500. The account is closed. Rent expense. On the debit side, balance brought down 8,000. On the credit side, income summary 8,000. The account is closed. Depreciation expense. On the debit side, balance brought down 800. On the credit side, income summary credit 800. The account is closed. Post closing trial balance. Account number, account title, debit, credit. Account number 110, cash 96,800. Account number 120, accounts receivable 48,000. Account number 130, fees receivable 10,000. Account number 140, supplies 4,700. Account number 150, office equipment 75,000. Account number 155, accumulated depreciation 800. Account number 210, accounts payable 38,000. Account number 220, salaries payable 1,800. 310, Oetos capital 190,900. Total debits 231,500. Total credits 231,500. Journal entries. Reversing entries. Salaries payable debit 1,800. Salaries expense credit 1,800 to reverse the salaries payable account. Consulting services. Consulting revenues debit 10,000 less fee receivable credit 10,000 to reverse the fee receivable account. Ledger accounts after passing reversing entries. 220 salaries payable, credit side balance brought down 1,800. On the debit side salaries expense 1,800. The account is closed. Fee receivable on the debit side 10,000, balance brought down. On the credit side consulting revenue 10,000 credit. The account is closed. 410 consultancy services. On the debit side fee receivable 10,000, salaries expense. On the credit side salaries payable 1,800 credit. Recap. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Accounts Lobby for various solved problems and lectures on accountancy.